Last night was rough, you guys. I was with a group of relatively new friends, and things flew off the rails. They exploded. I said some things that weren't okay. Things were said that weren't okay. I've always felt gravely misunderstood throughout my whole life. As a matter of fact, a man approached me at the gym about 5-6 years ago and said, "Hey, are you autistic by any chance? I've been observing you for a while." And I said, "No, I'm not autistic, not that I know of anyway." Anyway, I have always felt connected to the energy behind words. And that's got me in a lot of trouble. Because anytime people have said something that feels deceptive, where their words don't really match up with the energy, it almost feels like a mask, or they've said things that felt phony, I'm the first one to call it out because I'm like, oh my God, this room is getting infected right now. It's getting contaminated. And what ends up happening is people look at me like a deer in the headlights. They look at me like I'm freaking crazy, like I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because they deny my insight. They deny what I'm sharing in that moment. And I understand why, because they may not be connected to the energy behind their words. So I understand that I'm able to peer into the unseen. And I don't want to sound egotistical when I say that. But sometimes I get so furious when I notice some activity going on and the words and the way it's appearing in the physical world isn't that. Am I making any sense right now? Anyways. So growing up in the music industry, I had mentors that were cut from the same cloth as me. So we would shoot the shit. We were like family. It was real. That's how we lived. So I did get to sample or taste myself through other people because those other people were like me. And then as the years went by, I accepted that there weren't a lot of people like that. So I started adapting myself to environments and adapting myself to other people. And that never felt like it took away from me because I just accepted that I'm going to have to navigate this world this way. I'll just keep to myself a lot because if I speak, then I get myself in trouble. Typically, the Phil that I was yesterday or the day before would want to call every one of those people today and fix every crack in that glass because I really suffer when there's conflict. It almost feels to me like if there are 4 people, last night there were 4 of us, and we all leave really upset with each other, it almost feels like it's going to crack the floor and this person's going to go north, I'm going to go east, the other person's going to go west, the other person's going to go south, and it's just going to create a bigger crack on the ground that's going to then ripple into more suffering for other people in the world. That's why I really struggle when there's conflict, and the first thing I want to do is bring resolution to things. But for the first time ever, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try on a different costume. Rather than trying to fix it, I'm going to trust that something about last night felt really off to me. That everything I shared fell on deaf ears. It was completely denied. That I was completely unheard and unacknowledged. And I am so tired of watering myself down. I'm so tired of stepping down. Something in that room felt off to me. And rather than refuting that and trying to repair it or salvage it, I'm going to trust that this thing that I'm tapped into is eventually going to lead me to other people who are like me. That's really hard for me to do. Really hard. Because I can't stand when people aren't getting along. I can't stand when there's a crack on the ground. But I'm going to go ahead and trust my feeling that maybe those people weren't my people. You know, I did say some things that weren't acceptable, and for that I apologize. And still, I can say that something wasn't right. Maybe they weren't my people, and I'm going to go ahead and trust whatever I'm tapped into, because I deserve to finally belong in a world that feels more like me. And if I keep trying to pick up hitchhikers, right? If I keep trying to pick up hitchhikers, how will I ever discover if there are other people like me? I won't. And yesterday I was called a bully, a monster, I think. I don't know. I did make my friend cry, one of them cry, and I did apologize for that, but they didn't feel like my people. And I can't believe I'm saying that. But I'm going to trust this feeling at all costs. And it's going to be hard for me to accept that I'm not going to bring resolution to this. But what if it's time for me to stop adapting? What if it's time for me to wholeheartedly believe that there are other people out there like me? I love you.